Like part 1, I'm starting off by using FAB Body Paint in light tan and the Made You Look angled brush to sketch out where the muscles are going to be. There are 2 big main ones on each side of your neck, which you can pretty much see when you turn your head, and then there's also 4 in between that. I'm also going ahead and taking the Made You Look small eyeshadow brush and filling in basically where my clavicle is, as well as making a little scribble down the center. After that, there are 2 additional vertical muscles on each side and then 2 horizontal on each side. Dead in the center is some cartilage, so I'm also going ahead and filling that in as well. Like in part 1, I'm then applying my base coat, which you guys can find the mix to that in the description below. I'm then taking the Made You Look blending brush and Mehron Blush in Mocha and filling in the tops and bottoms of each one of these muscles. For the muscles that are more in the center, I'm adding more striations towards the end because eventually those will be white. Using the same color in the Made You Look angled brush, I'm then outlining each muscle to separate them from each other, and then also going back in with dark red BH Cosmetics eyeshadow to further separate them. For the rest of this open space in this area, I then mix together a little bit of dark brown Paradise paint mixed with red. Unlike the other sections, I am skipping the Mocha Blush shading and just going right into the dark red eyeshadow for the shading on these triangles. If you still want these areas to be a little bit more defined, you can then use MAC lip liner in the color Raisin. For the next 2 sections, I'm once again laying down the base coat using the Made You Look small eyeshadow brush. I'm then using the Mocha Blush and the Made You Look foundation brush to make very large striations. Using that darker mixture of the red and brown paint, I'm then filling in the next 2 triangles next to those muscles. As well as using the Made You Look small eyeshadow brush in our original pink base and filling in the next 2 muscles next to that. For the lighter pink muscles, I'm using the Mocha Blush to shade in each corner and the Made You Look blending brush. Repeat the process of the base coat, the Mocha Blush, and then also the dark red eyeshadow for the next 6 muscles. For all the spaces in between those muscles, go ahead and use the red and brown mixture to fill those in. For the final part of this area, fill in the base coat on both sides. And you can simply dab on Mocha Blush using the Made You Look blush brush on these muscles, as well as slightly shade using the Made You Look eyeshadow brush and red eyeshadow. As I said earlier, some of these muscles have little white tips on them, so we're going to go ahead and add that using the Graftobian Pro Paint in white and the Made You Look angled brush. For our chest muscles, I'm laying down our base coat using the Made You Look foundation brush and then also leaving the center portion of it open. Use Mocha Blush and the Made You Look blush brush to apply this blush to each side of your chest muscles. To fill in the striations on our chest, I'm then using the Made You Look angled brush in various shades of blush from the Mehron Blush palette. You can get a little crazy with these striations, try not to get it on your little clavicle area like I just did, wipe that off. To break up all these striations, I'm also going in with the FAB Body Paint in very light tan and just breaking them up a bit. You can then fill in your arm muscles using the base coat and the Made You Look foundation brush. Taking the Made You Look eyeshadow brush and once again the Mocha Blush, I'm then adding the striations on these muscles as well as separating from my chest and my clavicle area. I'm also further separating these muscles using my little chicken claw method as well as dark red eyeshadow and the Made You Look eyeshadow brush. The center of our chest is super simple and I'm adding Graftobian Pro Paint in white and just zigzagging it right down the center. If you'd like to add a little bit more detail to your cartilage in the middle of your neck, you can then take brown eyeshadow and shade both the top and bottom of that area. Make a completely terrified face if using glycerin for the first time and not knowing if it's going to take off your paint. But just kidding, it didn't! I'm just adding straight glycerin on a fan brush lightly over the paint. I did not mix it like they normally do. Get a close-up of the shininess. Perfect. If you guys did not check out part 1, be sure to check that video out by clicking the video.